And it shall come to pass that thou shalt have the dominion, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And he did this, after the time of Europe. This is when he did, the Renaissance era, or even before that, it was the when he came into rule in Greece, the time of Alexander, right? He broke the yoke from off of our neck. And Salakia, if I'm going off there, if I do, then I'll put some notes in the information section of portion of the YouTube. But I'm pretty sure when Alexander took over it, he broke the yoke from off thy neck. And again, he did so after we had him in bondage for 1,000 years in Europe. He also did when he came back from the Renaissance, right? That's when he had his dominion, and he still has his dominion and doesn't have that yoke of iron upon his neck, because that yoke is now given to us, right? And just more for edification's sake, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days come of mourning over my father are at hand. Then the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right, and that's all he's done since he was done mourning for his father is put hell on the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American and Seminole Indians. Right? So that's just he said he blessed him with the sword, obviously the weaponry, and that's how he's lived for thousands of years. They used to use oil and tar to create, fire weaponry. So they would take old branches and trees and tie it all together in a ball, right? And then they would put pitch all over it, and they would light it on fire and send it through the catapult through the air. That's how they first started learning how to use projectiles. Because, this is their blessing. That's how we know this is Esau, that America and that these Caucasians are Esau, right? And they have the fatness of the earth. So everywhere you go, they have the nicest areas. They take any like in Brazil. If you go on the hill, on the nice side of things, that's where Esau lives, right? Same as if you go to Beverly Hills in California. Esau puts himself, he has the fatness of the earth. He's taken this beautiful land and basically destroyed it. But, it's part of his blessing, that he would inherit the fatness of the earth, and he has. He has the oil, the resources, all of that. And he took over this whole planet with that sword, right? He took, when nobody's weaponry was as good as his, because it wasn't their blessing, because it was his blessing, he took over the whole earth that way with his guns, with the Hollister, the first machine gun ever created, right? They tore up the samurai, which are also Israelites, if you can receive it, scattered Israelites, the Native Americans, all with this type of Gatling gun, machine gun. A couple more scriptures. This is Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And did they not do that to the nation of Israel since the beginning of time? Right? Have they not done that? And again, these are all telltale signs that this is the nation of Esau is the same people today who you would call Caucasians, right? Who else covets fields and takes them by violence? Everybody else has stayed put now. They might have conquered a region, right? But this devil goes into the four corners of the earth trying to conquer the whole inhabited globe, right? Whereas, Kublai, Genghis Khan or Kublai Khan, they did similar, right? Attila the Hun, these people all did similar things, but they conquered regions, right? the Persians and the Medes, right? But this fits Esau the best because not only do they oppress a man and his house, they oppress his heritage. And who's the heritage that they oppressed? They took away the heritage of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and started calling them these things rather than calling them who they are, which is the nation of Israel, God's chosen people, the children of the Most High. Right? They took that from us and gave us these bywords. Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also because he transgresseth with wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right? And who transgresses with their doctrine all over the whole planet? Right? Who tried to get Africa to accept homosexuality? And they weren't having it. Esau does this, man. Right? He doesn't keep it at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, because he can't even so like I'll keep reading, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth up unto himself all nations, and heap unto him all people. Right? And what is this place called? The melting pot, because he has done this. Right? There, you can't hide that the so-called white man is Esau, Edom of the Bible. Right? There's too many scriptures that back it up. Now, if you don't have faith, you could say, "Oh, okay, you don't believe. That's fine. We believe, right? We believe this to be true, right? If you believe in the Bible, then you should definitely believe this to be true because there's so many scriptures that back it up, right?" And then the last scripture I'm going to get into. Actually, I can keep reading. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is it's confusion or debt. The dust is confusion. Slakia. The thick clay is the debt that this place is occurring daily, right? There, this place is billions and trillions of dollars in debt. And that's that thick clay which he laid unto himself because he can't ever satisfy his appetite, as the scripture said, right? And woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. Did he not take our identity, the tribe of Amalek of Edom? Did they not try to call themselves the Jews, right? Do they not go into every nation, kindred, and tongue and try to make their identity to fit them and rather than who it really fits? Isn't this what Esau has done all over the globe? Right? This has to be that man. There's no hiding it. And just for edification's sake, because people will be like, well, Jacob stole the blessing. That's not true. This is Genesis 25:29. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint, right? Because Esau is a man of the field, still is. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom, right? Because that red pottage, Esau likes his meat tartare, like steak tartare, barely cooked, seared on each side. He doesn't care if the meat is still bloody. Right? And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. Right? He supplanted him, which his name means supplanter. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Right? So this all happened through the prophecy and the plan of the Most High. Right? The Most High, Yahweh, he likes drama, man. This is his movie. This is how he wanted it to happen. He likes thrill and excitement, right? And this is exactly how he wanted this to go down. This was his plan from the beginning. So Jacob inherited the kingdom of heaven, and Esau inherited the sword and the fatness of the earth. So enjoy it while you got it, because it's about to be over. But with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace, and blessings to the Akim who go out and push this truth. Shalom.